Good day, everyone out there in Radio Land. You're listening to Keith Harris, host of the Keith Harris Show Global Network, right here on Hotline Radio. I hope everyone out there in Radio Land has been having a blessed week so far. We're winding down. We're here to Friday, the end of the week. And as we waited and as we told you, we have a very special guest on the show with us today. His name is Mario Wilson, a wonderful, soulful gospel singer. And he is here to talk to us at Hotline Radio here today. So without further ado, here's Mario Wilson. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right myself, man. First, I want to start out by saying good day and God bless, and we are honored. We are honored to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Same here.
You're very welcome. Now, okay, to start out a little bit, tell everybody out there in Radio Land where you're from.
I am from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, the D.
The D. I currently reside in Los Angeles.
Okay, all right. And so, how's it out there in LA? I mean, how have you been enjoying the transit? How long have you been in Los Angeles?
I've been in Los Angeles now for like 6-7 months now.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, almost a year.
So how's the transition for you? You know, the weather wise and just the people and.
It's a real big transition. I mean, first the climate is very different.
Right.
Besides that, the people here are very pretty nice. You know, a lot of people that I meet is very proper. Everywhere I go, you really don't hear slang a lot out here, really too much, unless you might go to those bad parts, I guess.
Right.
But besides that, it's really nice here, man. It's always sunny out here. They give off great vibes, and I love it so far. Yeah, there's nothing like Detroit, but you know, I love that. I love that lake. It's nice.
Okay, I understand. Now, to go into the music now, when did you decide that you were ready to become a singer? Like
man, I decided. Really, I've been singing since the age of 6. So I've been in the studio longer than that. My father, I didn't know. My father told me that he had the studio since I was like 1.
Right.
And, I was always singing around the microphone and playing with the big boards and things of that nature. So pretty much this has been my life for a long time. That's kind of where I get my music inspiration from, my father. So besides that, yeah, ever since 6 years old, that's when I started. Especially, I've been doing that since I was like 13, especially.
Okay. So like you say, being around Dad, you kind of just naturally got musically inclined anyway. Just just from seeing him. Now, now we know that you're singing gospel music now. Is that where it began? Like you sung in the church, as you say, as a child?
Right.
Okay. Now, at what point in time were you always a gospel soul singer?
Well, I first started off, like I said, in gospel at the age of 13. Me and my best friend Eric, we had a group called King Kid, and we started that at a certain point in time. And then afterwards, as we separated as a group, I started to go into R&B. I think this was like when Chris Brown came out and B2K and everything. And
okay.
Chris Brown was a great inspiration, so I started singing R&B music, and then I kept going with it, going hard with it. I went to business. I took classes on it and everything. And recently, probably like a few months ago, I had a big deal with a record label, with a major label. Like I said, the name, but I had a deal with a major label.
Right.
And as soon as I was about to sign, 2 weeks before signing, that's like my answer, my call from God. And he came to me and said, it's clear thing that as long as you follow my will and do my will, you'll get you'll be able to make the desires of your heart. And I heard that loud and clear, and I was like, wow, okay. Then after that, I kind of like stood fast with it. But the thing is that I didn't just decide to switch over to gospel. I've been doing gospel, but I take God very seriously. So it took me to really change my actions, my heart, my mind. I had to really change, who I really was as an R&B artist and to really be Christ-like. So at the time, I wasn't perfect. I was having sex out of marriage. I was, going to the clubs all the time, not judging nobody. So this part that I feel that should have been handled, by being a Christian man, especially young man. So basically, I just, took that And I took into consideration. I started going to Bible study more. So I was going to church more. And all of a sudden, his brain became even bigger and greater. You know, my intelligence became stronger. And I'm more sensitive to him now. And then as soon as I made my transactions in my mind and my heart, and I confessed it with my mouth, then I was able to go forward without being sidetracked or anything. So it was most definitely a transaction of my spiritual man for my flesh to really before I actually started seeing gospel. So yeah.
You know what, that is, you know, just like you say, it's amazing how when you put God first, I know for myself and a lot of other people, when you put God first, walls fall down, doors open up. You know, and
I can tell you about that.
Right, and you get a clearer vision. It's just like you said before. Sometimes you think you're on the way in one path, and hey, this is it looks good. The lights are shining.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, when you kind of follow that spiritual path, then you just get a cleanliness within your body in general, and you just there's no confusion anymore. Now, how did your other fans and how did your people receive you when you made the switch over? Like, were they accepting to that, or did you lose?
It was kind of, actually, I gained more support in a way. It seemed like because everyone that actually knows me knows that I should have been doing gospel, but I was amazing at R&B. Like, I can honestly say, like, I was the next big thing.
Right.
And the thing is that when I switched over to R&B, I mean, the gospel, they were just saying, like, but people kind of, like, responded to it like, I knew it, or I knew it was going to happen, or praise God. And I had, like, 100-something likes, 30-something comments on Instagram, and people just, like, showing, like, so much love. And I was really, flattered by it, you know? I was just like, wow. And, well, for that, people really, after that, I mean, I really have a lot more opportunities now. At first, when I first switched over to the gospel, I didn't know, I couldn't see. I mean, I didn't know how I was gonna. I didn't know, like, with R&B, I knew exactly what the plan was.
Right.
But when I switched over to gospel, I'm like, okay, God, I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know where you're taking me, but I'm gonna put my faith into your hands. I'm just gonna fall back and chill. You know, that's what I thought to myself. And then all of a sudden, I have like major radio interviews, and I have like, we got connected with Radio 1 now,
right.
The major channel, and we got a lot of big things happening, and that can really change my life within the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So if God been really, man, I mean, in R&B, I can't even write music, really. I mean, I was really like co-writing, or most of the time I have someone write for me, and man, through the Spirit, I've written and arranged that song. Like, I've written and arranged all my songs now. It's
right.
amazing. Like, and people hear it like, wow, you know this? I'm like, yeah, but it's Spirit-led, you know?
And you know what, man? Like, I we can hear it in your voice too, and I want to stop and take a minute to congratulate you in the middle of this interview right now, because I can tell that the spirit within you is good, and you sound genuinely happy, in your life and about your success, and that is always a great thing to hear.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You can tell, and just like you were talking about the people that were following you too. I noticed that as well. Like, I had been, had an eye on you, and I noticed you have quite a bit of followers and hits when it comes to social media. So people definitely are behind Mario Wilson out there.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
go ahead. I was going to say there's no doubt about that, but so you feel it. You feel the love, in other words.
Oh yeah, I feel the love most definitely, man. I mean, people really, man, the things that I do. Man, at my age, only God, open them doors. Like, I'm a businessman before I actually was an artist. Right. And that's, I was an artist, I was a businessman when I was younger, but now the business really what it is. And, like, I have so many people, man, willing to help me, willing to reach out, and they're willing to, do things for me, man. It's like the dedication of the people. Uh-huh. But the thing about it, it didn't throw people off because I never really was a bad person anyway. So they're like, oh, okay, well, he's still the same video. He's really sane. Right. They're just saying, now when they speak to me, they just be like, oh, man, I can tell that, you really taking things serious because you don't even speak the same. Right. And, and I heard that twice. And by me hearing that, I'm like, wow, God is really showing people that it's real. And, it's an honor, man. I'm very sensitive guy. I'm very, very sensitive to him. I don't play when it comes with God. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I might slip up here and there, but at the same time, I don't condemn myself. I make sure that, I pray, and I make sure that I try to stay fast and stay hungry for Him and His Word. That's all you can do as Christians, so.
Right. Now, So now, okay, now going into to the music with the album. Is this album that's coming up in 2014, if I'm not mistaken? Would this be your first album or?
Man, yeah, it was my first album. Actually, my single I have now with He Paid For It, he fixed it. That's my first single, and that was produced by Marcus Hyde and David Hatton, the Hatton brothers. So they pretty much brought me, they took me in like a family, and they helped me make this amazing track. But once I'm done with this, yeah, my first album will be coming out, I think by mid, I think what, by spring.
Okay.
It should be out. It should be out in all of the airways, man. It should be great.
Okay. Now, were you okay on this first album coming out? Were you in any way, let's say, were you nervous at the time, being your first album, or did you already know, like, was it an easy flow for you? Did you know that you were ready to let the world hear what you had to say? Because it's your first album, and
Oh, yeah.
that's a big deal, right?
Oh yeah, I was most definitely I was nervous the first time.
Mm-hmm.
With the single, I was nervous, but now since it came out and I heard how it is and the noises on it, I'm just like, I'm not worried because the song I have is crazy. But the thing I was worried about is that I stay committed to God.
Right.
And once I made that choice, and I had to be steadfast, and that's pretty much what it is. But I know I'm very, very excited about the album, man. I'm such a planner. I'm a plan 3 months ahead.
Right.
I would know exactly what's gonna happen, and God serves me so much. It's a blessing, and that it actually happens when I say it's gonna happen.
Right.
And it's great, man. I'm grateful for it, for everything.
Now going back to He Paid For It, obvious inspiration from God, but on the technical side of the music in general, what was the message that you were trying to give on that single, He Paid For It?
Basically, it's just stating that, he died for our sins.
Right.
And also, like I say, I believe it's in Matthew, it states that, cast all your anxieties and your cares on him.
Mm-hmm.
And stop worrying so much. Stop worrying about, actually it is in Matthew, stop worrying about what you're going to eat, what clothes you're going to wear. Basically God says that, if you can let the birds fly within the air that they eat, are we as, more valuable than they are. And the thing is just saying that, God paid for our sins so that he died for us so that we can repent. And so that we can, make it to heaven and, live a great life. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's the right way to go. And they say he fixed our situation. He fixed it so that we can be saved. He fixed our problems. He knew us before we went to our mother's womb. So he already fixed that situation when he died on that cross. So basically it's saying that he paid for all of our sins and he fixed every situation that we might be going through, whatever we might be encountering at the time, or, anything that we go through, we always have to understand and believe it. With all our heart, because that's what I'm up there. Any situation that we're in, God can fix it, and that he paid for it already.
Right. Now, artists, let's see. Now you mentioned Chris Brown. What other artists, as you were coming up, inspired you singing, voice wise?
It was Chris Brown, Luther Vandross, who else was it? Neo.
Okay.
Like those type of artists. They really inspired me in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Because of the tone of their voice, it's very soothing. And it's just great music.
Right.
Around that time. And so it inspired me in a lot of different ways. But actually, God set things in your life, make you go through certain things before he can bring you to what he want to bring you into. So basically, with that being said, it actually helps me have a different sound from the gospel artists that's out there.
Okay, right. I see what you mean.
Because it's like, once you hear gospel, you hear that growl or that real power.
Right.
I can go like falsetto, I can go strong, I can go low, I can go high, and that's just what I do, with the music, and I think that it helps my sound. It adds a different sound and a different tone that hasn't been used, I believe, in the gospel industry. I think it's different, so it would attach people more.
You know what? I noticed that. Just listening to your voice and as you talk, I see what you're saying because you do have the type of voice where it also, number one, it sounds like a great singing voice, but as well, it seems like it would appeal to different generations because in gospel, obviously in the gospel field, you have obviously our elders, like our parents and our grandparents and things of that nature. But you seem as though you have a voice and a way of speaking that your message will be able to get across to older and younger and the younger generation as well. So you kind of bring that extra flavor into the gospel as well.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you on that. Yeah, that's what I try to do. Like I always try to make it like the way the music is different. It's just us. I don't like to keep the same flow, even though I can, and I will within the album. But I like to switch it up to where it keeps you interested. It keeps you just zoned in. Like wow, like song that's been something like 4 times.
Right.
I wanna keep pretty much that beautiful feel that everyone can listen to a song. So from the beginning to the middle to the end, it touches different generations or different crowd or fan bases. And that's pretty much what it is.
Right, because you want like you want even the young kids or the middle age and older people. You want everybody to be able to be on their way to work in the cars or still being able to do positive and to get positive enjoyment. Because I mean, a lot of people don't realize, but gospel does not have to. Sometimes gospel does not have to be so tight and strenuous. It can be a great open feeling as long as you're living under the word of God and staying within His rules and regulations. But it can still be an enjoyment. Like people don't have to go out and go crazy and do all kinds of ridiculous stuff to have a good time. And it seems like what your music brings to the table is that people can still have a good time in a godly fashion.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean that's when we my friends speak about every day. We just be like, man, how we going? When I first started going to the tour, like before, when you in a room, you like, man, I can't go to the club no more. I can't do this. I can't do that.
Right.
But then when you actually started doing it, you like, man, I can go to a lounge. I can, chill with some friends. I can go to the movies. I can go to Bible study. I can go to a nice baseball game, football game. Go to the Bahamas. There's so many. The world has so much more to give.
Right.
Than standing in fornication.
Right.
And that's pretty much everything. I mean, like I guess it's the people that doesn't really have. I really don't know, but I mean, pretty much, it's pretty simple once you start doing it. I mean, it's hard when you first start, but once you really put your mind to it and really do it for God and not for yourself,
yep,
that's what all counts.
Then it's right, and you notice that there's no different. Now, the album, okay. Now the album that's coming out, are you allowed to tell us, like, is there any features on it with you, or can you even name one more song off the album, or is that do it, or am I gonna have to get you back on the show to get that later on from you?
Yeah, as of right now, I haven't really thought about like features and so forth. I mean, it might not. It might just be me.
Right.
It might not be. I mean, I really don't see a need for features unless if it's R&B, you trying to get to a certain level, or people don't really listen. But in gospel, it's all about the anointed or if it was found good.
Okay.
So that's pretty much. I mean, as far as the better and everything, I feel as if like once we really get down to it, I'd love to share more information once the album is actually done.
Right. Okay. Now, what first tell us where to let everybody out there in Radio Land know where they can go, because again, like I say, everybody, this guy has a huge social media following. I mean, he's really supported, and I can understand why, and I'm sure you all do too now. But for those who want to follow you and check out your music or your single, he paid for it. Where can they go to?
They can go on iTunes or you can go on Google Play and just type in Mario Wilson, and you'll find it on iTunes or Google Play.
Okay, iTunes or Google.
Or anywhere, pretty much. It's been pushed out through a good digital distribution company, so you should be able to find a few places, but most definitely Google Play and iTunes is a great place to find it.
Okay. Also, what advice would you give to artists or to young people coming up trying to reach that goal and trying to get to the level where you're at today? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Man, I could just tell them, they have to really just be, just stay focused within everything, keep God first. really try to learn more about the business. Try to take classes on business. Try to learn, what a copyright is or a trademark. Try to learn what a BDS is. All these different things. You got to learn a business before going towards it. Also, just be real. About the situation. Just make sure you stay focused and try to stay on top of everything. Man. It's pretty much just if it's meant to be, man.
Right. Now, before we let you go, because we know you're out there in the good sunny weather out there. Matter of fact, is it sunny out there today?
It's real sunny out here today.
I can imagine. Yeah. So before we let you get out of here, we want to tell you that again, we really appreciate you stopping through, and I want to give you the invite now to come back anytime you like.
Oh man, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, come on to the show, and off just the topic of the interview in general, I want to say you sound like a wonderful guy, and you've got a good spirit and good attitude, and that right there itself brings forth good light towards others. It makes other people feel good as well. So keep on shining that light. No doubt, man. Keep on shining that light towards other folks. When we get chance to get a copy of the single, he paid for it. I'd like to be able to rotate it as well on the show here if I can.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you might have gotten it. I can make sure it gets to you.
All right, that sounds like a plan, man, and keep you in that. And again, Mario, we thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you soon, and much continued blessings on your success so far. And we wish you all the more success in the world, man. And it's good to hear from you, brother.
Okay, same here. And also, before we leave, I was going to say I never had a radio interview where someone to actually make a flyer for that guest, or whatever. That was amazing. I was like, wow, I actually made a flyer for me. The concept, that was amazing. That really made me feel welcome.
Hey,
thank you guys for that and showing your courtesy and that you're the honor to have me on the show. I'm honored as well. But besides that, for those who listen, you can find me on my Twitter, which is I am Mario Wilson, but it's I-A-M Mario M-A-R-I-O Wilson W-I-L-S-O-N. Everything is I am Mario Wilson, from my Twitter to my Instagram, my Facebook, as well as my website, which is IamMarioWilson.com.
All right, there you go, people. Make sure you follow Mario. You go out and get the single and show your support. He's giving a great message and doing a great job, and it's a cat that has a lot of positivity, and we need to keep that more and more going on. And we hear the spirit, and I want to see a lot more people out there with it. And as for the flyer, hey man, you know what I'm saying? The best for the best for the best. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man. Finally, November 28th, man, I have a concert in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
November 28th in Detroit, Michigan, I have a concert at Christ Cathedral Baptist Church.
Okay.
That is on a Friday. Tickets are $30. We just having a great big youth explosion. It's gonna be amazing. I wish everyone would come out and show support. Okay.
Matter of fact, when you get a chance to, I'll reach out to you on Twitter as well, and we'll connect back and forth, and I'll make sure that I do my part over here to keep that information in the media as well. So for the people that's in the D or coming through the D, to make sure they stop by and show their support for you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, no doubt, man. All right, Mario, you enjoy yourself. We love you over here, and we hope to hear from you soon. And you have a blessed day. And go. I know. Look, sorry, before you go, what's a normal day like for you when you're not in the studio? Like, what are you doing over there in LA?
Man, right now I'm currently working.
Yeah.
I'm still doing music, but by November, actually, so it's be like a real big pickup. So after that, I'll be in the studio 24/7 for sure. I'll be in Atlanta, and go from Atlanta to LA to Detroit. I'll be traveling while I'm getting the album done. So it's a blessing. So in a few months, it will be a lot of time in the studio. Just staying, focused.
That's a good thing, man. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Mario. Again, on behalf of Keith Harris and Hotline Radio, we salute you and send a big God bless. Oh, any shout outs to anybody from your team or?
Oh yeah, shout out to Asia Willis who made the connection, my PR. Shout out to my record label, D.M.V.KeithHarris, my voice music group. Shout out to my whole band. Everybody that sung for me, my sister Brittany. I thank y'all. I love y'all. My mom, my family and friends. And God first. So thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Mario, we're gonna let you go. This is Mario Wilson, everybody. gospel singer. He's great. Go pick up the album. Check him out on all the social media. We'll be plugging that in for you so you know where to go find him at. And Mario, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.